I'm the ERC's new Executive Director, Kate Scott. We decided to launch this video series with me answering our questions. As the new Executive Director, I want to give you the opportunity to learn about me and my time with the ERC. Our first question is, when have you seen the ADA succeed? Before I became a staff member at the ERC, I was aware of it because our work on the issue of inaccessible housing. In the early 2000s, ERC leadership asked members of the disability community in DC, what is an issue of greatest concern to you? Resoundingly, ERC members responded that inaccessible housing posed the biggest obstacle in their daily lives. As a result, the staff of the organization designed groundbreaking investigations that examined the accessibility of some of the largest housing providers in the region. Unsurprisingly, we found numerous significant ADA and Fair Housing Act violations. How can you rent an apartment if you use a wheelchair, but the leasing office is on the second floor of a building with no elevator? The ERC held developers who were out of compliance accountable using the ADA and changed the practices of an entire industry as a result. Today, there are thousands of more accessible units available for rent around the country as a result. However, we would be missing an opportunity if we didn't use such an important anniversary to also reflect on how to more effectively use the tools at hand to eliminate discrimination against people with disabilities. So, our second question is, where do you see opportunities for the ADA to be applied more impactfully going forward? My answer is this. In order to fulfill the ADA's mandate, we have to listen to, defer to the leadership of, and act to end discrimination against people with disabilities who also face other forms of oppression like racism and sexism. Though hashtags and sentiments like Black Disabled Lives Matter have recently gained more exposure, people with disabilities who also have other marginalized identities have always had to fight to make sure the fight for disability rights accounts for their experiences. Disability is one facet of identity, and our work to fulfill the ADA's mandate cannot succeed without understanding the complexity of people's experiences, especially for people with multiple marginalized identities. At the ERC, we are working hard to figure out how to manifest this in the ways that we approach our work. This month, we're committed to listening to disability rights activists of color as one starting point. We're also figuring out what it means in terms of our investigations and in terms of staff and board recruitment. Though I'm new in this position, I look forward to telling you more about the progress we make on these fronts in the coming months. Thanks for joining us today.